Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome. Dutchman Games here, and today we are going to make a low poly shoreside village with a forest around it. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get the free assets, open up your Unreal Engine 5, and lead you through the whole process of starting up the map, doing all the lighting, and making the whole map look as good as possible. Hope you guys enjoyed, and or hope you guys will enjoy, and yeah, let's get right into it. All right, so what you want to look up for this one is Stylized Fantasy Provençal. And with this one, just buy it because it's all free, and you can add it to your project. All right, so now that we are in the editor, we want to click on File, New Level, Basic, and Create. So now we have our main map, and something I haven't done in the previous tutorials is that we are going to look to the project settings. Now in the project settings, we're going to change a few things. First of all, we are going to go to maps and modes, and we're going to select the third person map to be the map that we're playing. So let's save it, and let's save it as main map. Now that you have it set as main map, we can go to the maps and modes, and we can set the editor startup map and the default map as main map. There we go. This button browses the item that is in here to the selected item, so you can easily copy it over to the other one. Now that when you start up the game, it will actually start up the game. Like that. So the idea of this tutorial is that we're going to make a very cool looking map, and then we're also going to make, after we finish the map, we're also going to make a little game in it. And we'll see what we'll do with it later. Maybe I'll release it even. But for now, this is just what we're going to do. It's kind of a tutorial how to make a game and make it look good too, because I mean it's in a new map. So this tutorial, the first few episodes will be really focusing on the level design aspects, and then slowly we'll move more into the actual game design aspects, which I think is the next step. Once you have your level ready, you actually want to make a game in it. So that's why I think it's a good tutorial session to do. All right, we are in the map, and now we are going to create the landscape. So you want to go to landscape mode right here, and you want to select this landscape. Place it right here, and then you can create. Just keep it on 100 by 100. Now everything will be this color, but we can change that color by selecting all the infos right here. And now you can just right click on glass, fill layer grass, sorry. And now everything is set up. Now you might notice that it's not working right, that something is not working correct. And that is because you need to have virtual textures on for this to work. So for that, we go to the project settings again, and you will look up in all settings, virtual texture, and then click on enable virtual texture support. And click on this one as well. And then it will work. All right, so we got our map. Pretty big map. This will be our whole player map. And first we're going to set the boundaries of this map. Now what I like to do is I just like to either make an island or make like a canyon kind of area. So we're just going to make like a canyon. We're just going to raise the sides up. Again, we have that cliff effect that you get automatically with this texture, which looks fantastic automatically. And just make the sides go up so you have like a little like cliff area. So this will be the player area right here. And now what we want to do is for some moments we want to bring it in. What that creates a little bit more of a kind of realistic mountain range almost. And then with peaks such as this one, we want to make our brush size very small, and then we want to get the erosion and just kind of go side by side like this. That will actually create kind of realistic looking cliffs instead of just mounds. You don't have to do this with everyone, just do it with a few. Kind of make it, distorted a little. It just adds a little bit more detail to the existing mountain peak. And it just looks better. But then again, you don't have to do this a lot, just do it a little. And when you get something like this where it just looks too crazy, you just go to smooth, and you can smoothen it out a little so it doesn't look too crazy. And then you get a more realistic mountain peak. And now we want to do a background. So we are going to look for some static mesh that looks like a hill or something, or maybe a rock. I was looking for mountain or hill, but they don't have these. So in this case, what you can do is you can copy this landscape and make it a lot bigger. Copying landscapes is quite difficult to do. It takes a lot of energy for your like your CPU. So you want to be careful with that. But we can copy the landscape like this, make it bigger, place it under it, and then like aggressively raise all these corners with a big brush size and just make them huge like that. And we don't have to be very detailed with these. We can just make them big, and make like a big mountain here, and then make a mountain here. We don't have to do it everywhere. Just make some mountains. Just make them, and then one behind, and then one here. So what you get now is once you're in the game, you see mountains in the distance, which makes it look a lot cooler, like that. All right, and like that, we have our base map ready. But there's a lot of stuff we need to do. First of all, we need to make everything look nice, and right now it's just a giant map, a giant open world, essentially. Maybe it's even a little bit too big, but we're gonna try to make it work. So I figured we start in this corner. This will be our start, and we start in like a forest area. So let's create a forest area. Now, there's a few ways you can do level design. A lot of people might say, hey, first you write down your level, first you plan everything out, and you create a plan for your level, and you create a, why is this not working? Oh wait, I'm on the wrong landscape. There we go. You can switch the landscapes. So first you make a plan for your level. You write it down. You make it like in Paint. You make like a map. You make a height map, maybe even, and that's how you can do level design. I like to do level design just to just do it and kind of figure it out the way like as I go. So I wanted this starting area, kind of like in World of Warcraft, where you have like a starting area, like a tutorial zone almost. So this will be the starting area, and you just will walk through this area right here, and you'll start like here, this corner, right here, maybe even on this mound. Smooth it out, and then paint a little road that leads from where you start, which will be here, all the way to the end of the starting area. So, are we making an RPG? I have no idea what this will become. I'm just making a tutorial on level design, and then once this is ready, we'll figure something out, something to do with it. I'll probably make it into an RPG. But for now, we're just going to make a cool map, open world, medieval-esque RPG map, and then we'll see what we'll do with it. It could be an open world shooter for all we care. I don't know. It could be a Death Stranding type game, you know, I have no idea. So this is going to be the start, and then there's going to be um, rocks here that kind of like make this into an area, and they have to follow the path outside. So that will be our first setup. Now the map for now looks a little oversaturated, so we're going to add some things that will add some more detail. So first we're going to add a skylight, which give it a minute, but this will make everything look a little more detailed. We already have a volumetric cloud, so just put this in the lightning. In the lightning map, there we go. Oh, here we go. Just add it to the lightning map. And then we're also going to add a post-process volume. And this one is going to be the size 5,000 by 5,000 by 5,000. And then we're going to add a little bit of bloom. Not too much, but just a little. We're going to add, we're going to change the exposure. So this is too dark, but let's make it 1 by 1. 0.2 by 0.2, and then 0.5. So when you go into a cave, it becomes a little darker, but let's not make it too dark. And then let's add a little bit of lens flare. So when you look into the sun, you get a little bit of lens flare, but not too much. Like that. Like that. That's good. And then we can add a little global saturation, because it's, you know, it's a cutesy game, so you want it a little bit saturated. It makes it look nicer. Not too much though. Like that. That already looks a little bit better. And then we will place our player start. So let's go to player start. Let's delete the old one. Place a new one right here. And let's play, see what happens. There we go. So this is our open world map. It's already beginning to look like something. But we still got a lot to do. So yeah, we got I think we got the basics set up. We're gonna place a few trees here and there with the foliage setup. Let's actually look into the foliage as well. And let's look at some cool trees that go with the foliage system. So we want to look at some, so these are all pine trees from the other pack that we're not going to use, the pack that I used in the previous tutorial. So we're actually going to Stylized Provincial, and then right here you will see some trees. So let's actually add all these trees to the foliage type. And then once we start putting them down, you'll see we'll actually start creating some of these trees as objects in our game. Now, I don't think the nice cypress will actually make sense to place it with the others. So we'll just place a few trees like that, and then we'll change the call distance to a max of 40,000. And so we'll change this to a call distance of 4,000. We'll change this one to a call distance of 30,000. I'll change this one to a call distance of also 40,000. A little bit of difference in there. And we can change this as we go. Yeah, we should change that already, by the way, because it's not good enough. There we go. Just place a few trees here and there. that. And then as we, and then let's also maybe place some cliffs in the middle here. Like I said at the beginning, I want some basic cliffs placed so that you have like a route to walk. You know, you want it to look a little natural. Then again, it's also a game, right? So it doesn't have to be perfect. This one, for example, doesn't look that good. But this way, you actually like will create a path the player kind of has to follow at the beginning, at least, because it's the tutorial. So maybe it will show you how to attack, or it will show you how to jump over something, or whatever might be the case. You can put a little brick wall here, jar next to it, little cliff. Just put some stuff down, make it look a little natural. And then on this one, we'll add a vine. Do around, just like that. And then we will add a bush. There we go. Add a bush there too. Add a bush. Add a bush. Hit this bush. Hit this bush. And then how about a barrel? Behind some bushes. And maybe even really big, like rock. So okay, I should probably not go that way. Okay, so now when we start, we will have a little begin area like that. So one thing I also do want to set up here is the motion blur, because I really don't like motion blur. But if you want to keep that on, that's fine too. But this is way better. Way more clear. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of this tutorial. There will be much more later. And this is going to be a pretty long tutorial because we're basically making a whole game here. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.